You're an amazing friend. You are now a wife. Mm-hmm. I am sure family planning is probably on the horizon. I know that you are a very, powerful businesswoman. You are an author. Please go get this book. You have all of these fantastic things that you have your hands in addition to, managing your companies. I just want to know how you do that, and not from a balance standpoint, because I know balance is not real.
No,
there's no such thing as balance. But we started our conversation by, I called and you answered.
Yes.
You have never told me no. I've never told you no. And there is an art to that. There's something about being a good friend and also being a good businesswoman and all of the other fantastic things that you are as well. Can you share with me some of your tips?
That question reminds me of something that Oprah said once. And she said that you can have everything you want, just not everything all at once. Mm-hmm. And I do believe there's a time and place for everything. Mm-hmm. And you have to prioritize things that are important to you, as well as just this idea of thinking about what actually brings you joy and what are the things that make you happy, right?
Yes.
These are things that I enjoy doing, right? And so when I think about how my year looks or my month looks or my my calendar is, I'm like, oh, this is this season right now, I'm just hammered with work. I have to do this, and this.
Yeah.
Or to your point about family planning, my husband and I want to have kids, and so now I am trying to create a calendar or a schedule that looks to the future and allows us to do that, right? If it is so the will.
Yeah.
And so I think about balance as something I agree with you on, that it does not exist.
Yeah.
You try to prioritize as best as you can. And then oftentimes you might drop the ball on things, right? I think last year I was not a good friend, the best friend.
Oh, I would never say that. No way.
I get that, but I'm such a, sending sweet gifts, and I'm just a thoughtful person. And I love that to be for my friends.
Yes.
And last year I was kind of reflecting in December and January, and I was like, man, I just really dropped the ball.
I know that feeling. I actually love to send cards. And I have not sent cards in 2 years. I do try. I do think you have to try. So maybe that's the advice, folks. You have to try.
You do have to try.
Have to try. But I have that feeling as well. I am a person who will go to Target or your local card store, wherever, and I will spend an hour just picking cards. Yes. And then I have a person in mind when I pick them, but I also always have a stack of cards because I just think it's a cute sentiment to receive in the mail. Oh, wow, you thought of me. And you never know. It could end up being the perfect time. So I know there is some labor to that. So I get the feeling of not feeling like you hit it.
I agree. And then on top of that, it's you could think about someone, right? And I'll think about something. I'm like, oh, man, I meant to do that.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And so just know, friends, you are always in my thoughts and my prayers.
Yeah,
so.
We know. We had a great time at your wedding. So we know just how much you think of us. We know that you want us to have a fantastic life. Don't worry.
Yes,
we got it.
Yes.
Trust me.
And grace is real, you know.
It is. Grace is real. I think grace is a really critical part of friendship.